There's a new Superman movie out with an old Superman theme, sparking the question, should Superman have one consistent theme across many versions like James Bond? Or should each new one have his own thematic identity? And if we keep the old theme, why only part of it? What happened to the rest? James Gunn's Superman, scored by John Murphy and David Fleming, heavily reuses the classic John Williams theme from 1978, which I get because if you could, you would. It's truly an iconic all-timer from John Williams, one of his best, which is saying something. And it even shouts the name of the character. That's Superman for sure, but does it work if it's brought into the modern day at the hands of a completely different director almost 50 years later? In that time, tastes and styles have changed, and new Supermans have come and gone. The new one takes the classic Williams theme and blends it with what feels like Hans Zimmer's textures of Man of Steel. Two opposite ends of the spectrum, the most old Hollywood, neoclassical composer evoking Hollywood of the 1930s, and the popular rebel, an experimenter who wants to do anything but whatever's expected.
If somebody tells you that there's a rule, break it.
Neither is wrong, they're just two opposite styles that have gained popularity for two very different approaches to Superman. Tracks like Eyes Up Here and Raising the Flag use epic trailer music style, the farthest thing from the John Williams classical, refined, and precise approach. This one is blaring brass, intense drums, and something new for the old theme.
Will you turn that disrespectful junk off?
Respect the classics, man. It's Hendrix.
And I did it in that kind of Hendrix Star Spangled Banner, and it made me smile. And I thought, hang on, could we get away with that, So I thought, well, if I can't get away with it with James Gunn, I can't get away with anybody. So I sent it to James. And of course, that ended up being the trailer, which was the very first, exposure to the world of what we were doing with the movie.
It's an interesting experiment taking a classic theme somewhere new, but arguably this doesn't play to the strengths of the theme itself. While the original theme works without being amped up to 11. I've only seen 2 Superman movies ever, so correct me if I'm wrong, but only 2 parts of the theme have survived this far. The fanfare, technically just a prelude to the theme itself, and the first part of the march. They've dropped the B theme and the love theme. And while this new movie isn't part of the same series, it's still Superman and Lois Lane, so if we're keeping Superman's theme, why drop the love theme? And what about the rest of the original score? Why not Krypton, or Krypton's theme?
The planet Krypton.
The answer might seem obvious, but it would be easy to insert it at any thought of Superman's homeworld, any mention of him being an alien. It wouldn't be the same crowd pleaser because it's less famous, but it's still part of the Williams score and part of Superman's identity. Superman, like James Bond, has been reinvented many times over decades. It's a new take with a new tone and voice. There's the James Bond argument, but Bond is a unique case with a looser continuity, where I don't think it really matters if it's the same guy, unless it's a direct sequel. Plus, each Bond movie has a song center stage that acts as the theme for the new movie. And Bond maintains a style, while Murphy and Fleming's score flips Williams' theme on its head. I've only had a chance to listen, not watch, but some say it works well in the new movie. And great, that's what it's supposed to do. But it is jarring when isolated and out of context. Ultimately, I think it should be kept if it elevates the movie and plays to its strengths, and dropped if it only hinders a classic. I know that's not much of a revelation, but while it's recognizably John Williams, I don't get the feeling that it is. I don't feel adding new elements is better than if they just went back to the drawing board and invented the David Corenswet Superman theme. Regardless if it works or if you like it, for him, it's only a wish come true.
The other superpower I would have would be to have John Williams music play wherever I went. Definitely. That's probably worth it.
Superman was a landmark score for John Williams, but 3 years prior was another breakout score, Jaws. A score so simple yet so effective, it even saved the movie, which I broke down here. Thanks for watching.